Good evening, class. How's everyone tonight? So we're going to be working on adding and subtracting fractions. So please make sure you've got your note pages out and you are ready to go. This is a review lesson. This you learned last year. We are not spending a lot of time on it. It is a one-day review. If you do not understand this and you are not good at this, you need to make sure that you come to me and we set up a time that you can get the information you need. Okay? Okay, here we go. Adding and subtracting fractions. Fractions and mixed numbers can be added and subtracted by following the following steps. First, you find the least common multiple, LCM. Then you rename each fraction, and these are equivalent fractions. Add or subtract the numerator and leave the denominator the same. Okay, so we're going to look at this first. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to find the LCM, or least common multiple, of 3 and 4. And to do this, we are going to skip count them. We're going to do 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Usually 5 numbers is good enough. Then we are going to do 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. And you're going to look at for the smallest number they both have in common. And you look here and you'll see that it is 12. So when we write our fraction, we're going to change this to twelfths. And so we're going to ask ourselves, what do I have to do to 3 to get to 12? And the answer is I need to multiply it by 1, 2, 3, 4. And whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. So we're going to rename this by multiplying it, making it an equivalent fraction. 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 3 is 12. There is our first new number. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to ask ourselves, what do I have to multiply 4 by to get to 12? And we count 1, 2, 3. I'm multiplying by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. We're going to come in here and we're going to add straight across for the numerator. I get 17 and my denominator is 12. This is an improper fraction. We don't want to leave that like that. So we're going to ask ourselves, how many 12s goes into 17? And my answer is 1 whole. And then if I subtract, I'm left with 5 over 12. Okay. Let's take a look at the next one. We have 4 sevenths plus 2 thirds. So we're going to skip count our 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35. Then we're going to skip count our 3s, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Uh-oh, I don't see a match, so I need to keep going. 18, 21. There's our match. So this is our new denominator. You need to ask yourself, 7 times what is 21? And the answer is 3. And so I get 3 times 7 gives me my 21. And 3 times 4 is 12. And then we're going to do our second one. And 3 times what is 21? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 7. And we get 14 over 21. We add those together and we get 26 over 21. How many times does 21 go into 26? That's 1 whole time. Subtract and you get your remainder. 1 and 5 over 21. Okay, last one. Let's skip count these. I have 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. And then I'm going to do 12, 24, 36, 48. And you can see immediately they both share a 24. So we need to ask ourselves, what do I have to multiply 8 by to get to 24? And the answer is 1, 2, 3. 3 times 5 is 15 over 24 minus. This one's subtraction, so be careful. 12, what do I have to multiply? And the answer is 2, because 1, 2. And that gives me 2 over 24. 15 minus 2 is 13. Keep your denominator the same. This is fully simplified. And these are your answers. Okay, these are mixed numbers. Let's see how we do. I think I missed a little thing. It says, mixed numbers, goes here, sorry guys. Mixed numbers can also be added and subtracted. So go ahead and fill that in. Okay. These already have the same denominator. Do we all see that? That's wonderful. So if I add just my fractions part, 1 plus 3 is 4 and fifths, and then 2 wholes plus 1 whole is 3 wholes. Yay. So 3 and 4 fifths. This one, I do not have the same denominator, so I need to look at this. Now, I'm hoping all of you go, hey, 4 goes into 8. I just need to change the second one, which is true. So we're going to change the second one by multiplying 2 over 2. And I have 1 and 2 eighths and 4 and 3 eighths. Let me erase this. I want to go and write it the other way. Sorry, I'm being picky. Oops. Sorry, went too far. 4 and 3 eighths minus 1 and 2 eighths. I like to write it up and down for this. And the only trick with subtraction is this number has to be bigger, or you have to borrow a whole from here. Just like you borrow in regular subtraction, you can borrow it in fractions. This is good. We can subtract here, so I'm just going to go 3 minus 2 is 1. I have 1/8, and 4 minus 1 is 3. So my answer is 3 and 1/8. Okay, I have a 2 and a 3. What is our LCM? If you need to skip count it, go ahead and do it. You should know that our LCM is 6. So I get 4 and 3/6 plus 1 and 2/6. And I'm going to add, I get 5 and 5/6. Once again, I don't have to carry or fix anything because this is a perfect fraction. Okay, how about 5 and 3? What is my LCM for that? You should be skip counting to find that out. You should have come up with 15. So I need to multiply 5 by 3. So I get 2 and 3 is 2 times 3 is 6. 15ths minus, and this is times 5, 1 and 5/15. 6 minus 5 is 1/15. 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 1 and 1/15. Number 8, LCM is 8. So I only have to change the second fraction by multiplying by 2 over 2. I have 5 and 7/8 minus 3 and 2/8. That gives me 2 and 5/8 as my answer. Sometimes when subtracting mixed numbers, we must regroup or borrow. Brainstorm 3 different combinations that make $1. For example, 3/4, 1 nickel, and 2 dimes. Give me 2 more. I will check your papers. So regrouping is like making change with fractions. 1 whole equals how many eighths? Well, that would be 8/8, right? 8 over 8 is the same thing as 1. 1 whole equals 5/5 or 5/5 like this. 2 wholes would equal how many thirds? Think about this. Well, 1 whole would equal 3/3. So 2 wholes would equal 6/3, or it would look like this. So we're going to look at this. This is a whole. I need to regroup it. I need to make it 7 out of 7. minus 2/7 equals, and then we can subtract and get 5/7. What about this one? If I borrow one of those wholes, so I have 1 and how many tenths? 10/10 minus 3/10 gives me 1 whole and 7/10. I don't want 5 wholes. I only need 1. So I'm going to take and put a 4 here. How many 20ths do I get from 1 whole? I hope you said 20 minus 3/20. 20 minus 3 is 17. So I have 4 and 17/20. Oops. So now combine regrouping with mixed numbers. Okay, so we're going to take a whole from here. So I have 1, and this is 1/4, right? And so I'm going to take a whole, so that's 4/4. 1/4 plus 4/4 is 5/4. That is how you borrow with fractions. And you're going to subtract, and you're going to keep your 1 whole. 5 minus 3 is 2. 1 and 2/4, which we could simplify to 1 1/2. Okay, I'm going to ask that you try 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 for homework. Make sure you summarize that lesson. I want to really see you summarize something about regrouping on this, because I really think that is going to be the key point. Okay, you guys have a great evening, and I will see you tomorrow.